Okay, so this is the Focus Super 20 octave mechanism. Um, I remember hearing a lot of horror stories about this mechanism, and that it was never stayed in adjustment, it was impossible to regulate, was the bane of existence for many a King fan and repair tech alike. So, I do find it a pain in the ass to set up. It's got uh, far more contact points than other designs, but I only find one point of compromise when I work on these, and I'll show you where it is. You typically want only one location in the octave mechanism to have lost motion, and that is between your A octave key and your shift lever, right there. So before the shift lever makes contact with the key, it has a little bit of motion like that. But when I set these up, I always end up introducing a little bit of lost motion between the G key foot and the shift lever that it rests right above it, and that is right there. So I'll show you what I mean. When you play regular old A or anything above A, there's your A octave going. We've got the lost motion in between the shift lever like I just showed you, and down here, no lost motion of any kind. Then, when you want to play G, F sharp, F, E, E flat, or D with the octave key, it opens, it closes, it bottoms out when it opens, it closes. We've got no funny lost motion. And if you look, focus, you'll see there's no funky lost motion there. Now, when we want to go from A to G, like so, A, G, A, G. Here's your G key. See the G key foot moving there? That's your lost motion. Because it travels, then it makes contact with that lever sitting right above it, which then closes the A key. Travel, closes the A key. Ideally, that lever that sits on top of the G key foot would make contact with the G key, the back of the G key foot, when you opened the A octave. However, if you set the thumb lever stroke far enough, or have the geometry set so that when you open the A key, that lever that sits above the G key foot makes contact with it, the A key will open far enough that when you go to open the G octave and play anything between G and D, this key won't close all the way. And then you find some compromise therein. In addition to that, if you have that lever set so that when the A octave key is open, it makes contact with the G key, eliminating this lost motion. Every time you go to play regular old G without the octave key, you will get this lost motion here, makes contact with the lever, and then you get extra spring tension because you're going to be moving two springs. And I find that to be totally unacceptable. I find it to be quote-unquote acceptable to have the lost motion only when you're switching from the A octave to the G octave. Frankly, once I'm playing the horn, I don't really notice it. Of course, when I'm analyzing the mechanism, I think it's glaringly obvious and a problem. The only other octave mechanisms that have a similar issue are the old-fashioned con mechanisms you see on the New Wonder 1 and the New Wonder and some of the New Wonder 2s. Different key geometry, different design, different compromise, but that's how I set these up. You can talk to 7 other repair techs, and you probably get 6 or 7 repair techs that say, shame on you. That's how I set it up.